Alrighty, Daniel, thank you so much. Well, final preps are being put in place for the first presidential debate between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. It's set to all take place tonight at 9. President Biden has spent the week getting ready by doing mock debates at Camp David, while Trump has been on the campaign trail. So this morning we are joined by Chase Meyer with the University of South Carolina Political Science Department for a preview of what to expect from the candidates tonight. Chase, this is going to be an interesting debate tonight. But first, I want to ask you, what are you looking forward to the most when it comes down to this debate? This is the first time since, 2020 we've seen them on this stage.
Yes, I'm interested to see how sharp the candidates are going to be. Now, when I say sharpness, with this presidential election, with the age of the candidates, some people think we're talking about mental fitness. I'm actually talking about debate preparation. Joe Biden has not had a debate in 4 years, and neither has Donald Trump.
Right.
And that's unusual. Donald Trump skipped out on the primary debates where other Republicans like Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis went through multiple debates. That might be important because debating is a skill. Like everything else, it takes practice. And what we've seen is in previous presidential elections, typically the candidate that is less practiced at debates does worse. So that usually shows the incumbent president, historically, is always a little iffy because they usually have not debated in years, while the challenger, who has usually gone through multiple primary debates, is usually quicker on their feet and ready to go. Trump lacks that for not taking part in the primary debates. So I'm interested to see if we will see the traditional incumbent struggles, challenger does well, if that dynamic comes into play this time.
And also with this debate, it is going to be very different for the viewers at home. Talk a little bit about what we can expect when we watch it tonight at 9.
Yes. Well, so what you're going to see is in some ways will be similar to previous debates.
Right.
The moderator will ask questions on numerous important issues. They'll ask about inflation. They'll ask about the war in Israel. They'll ask about unemployment and taxes, all the topics under the sun. But there will be some important changes this time, unlike before. First, this is June. This is the earliest we've had a presidential debate. These things usually don't happen until September or October. On top of that, there's only going to be 2 presidential debates this year, while previous years there's usually 3, and some presidential years there's been as many as 4 presidential debates. On top of that, the format is going to be slightly different. There will be a commercial break during this debate, while previous debates went all the way through.
Right.
On top of that, the moderator will be able to mute the microphone of the candidates, which, if you remember what happened in 2020, that became a big issue then.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to watch, especially here too. And then I did want to ask you, this isn't the first time, as we mentioned, both of them have been on the debate stage. Yeah. So is this important? Why is it important for us to watch the debate? Do people care now? Because, I know a lot of things have happened since 2020, but at the same time, we've already seen them do this before.
That is true, and this is a new dynamic, having the same 2 presidential candidates run against each other. We haven't had that since the 1950s with Eisenhower and Stevenson in 52 and then again in 56. That was before the era of presidential debates, before television was common. So what we have is a situation where, yes, the voters are familiar with the candidates. They've seen them many times before. But we also know, based on history, the first presidential debate always gets more viewers than the latter debates because there's still tremendous interest. This is the presidential debate. One of these 2 people is going to be the new president. So even though while we've seen this before, and this seems like a rerun of a television show, there's still going to be a lot of interest. How much interest? It's hard to say. 2016 had the highest rated presidential debate with over 83 million people tuning into the first debate between Trump and Hillary Clinton. 2020, the first debate, had over 70 million viewers. Are we going to approach numbers that high? We'll find out, but that will tell us something about the election because there is a correlation between how many people watch the debate and how many people ultimately turn out to vote in November.
There you go. Chase, and you're actually going to be joining us tomorrow morning. We are going to have a full recap again with Chase to kind of talk about what happened at the debate. And just a quick reminder, you can watch it live right here on WLTX at 9 p.m. Also streaming on free WLTX Plus app, Roku, Fire TV, and most of your streaming platforms. Chase, thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to see him tomorrow morning. Stick with us after break. We got more of your top local stories when we come back.